this is the level of debate we have to endure now. This idiot who stormed the stage clearly didn't like Dave Chappelle's what I would describe as bravery in tackling the trans issue. You know, he says what other comedians don't dare to say.
Yeah.
So he's labelled a transphobe, which he is not. And this idiot just attacks him physically, gets onto the stage and tries to beat him up. That's not debate. That's just moronic violence.
Yeah. Exactly right. And, I mean, surely the point of having... I mean, it was at the Hollywood Bowl. Funnily enough, I mean, not dropping names or anything, but I was with Jimmy Carr last week, right?
Yeah, I noticed that, yeah.
And he was going to the Hollywood Bowl to be part of this Netflix comedy festival. So he was probably there as well. But surely to heavens, if you've got something that high profile... The thing that the security people are supposed to do is stop the guy getting on stage, not beat the hell out of him after he's done what he wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly. It goes from the sublime to the ridiculous. But Jimmy Carr was there, and the thing about Jimmy Carr, it's always nice to see a new face on television, isn't it? Does that guy ever stop having plastic surgery?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I saw him up close and personal, and I mean, he does look a bit like he didn't look like before, but a very nice guy, and we had a very nice drink.
Oh, sure. No, I think he's a very funny bloke. I really do.
He is very funny. He's also very much on our side. He's very much against the wokists. He's very much against the cancel culture. And he's very much against being told what he can and cannot say, you know, because he was talking about that, the joke that he had made, which had sort of had people calling for him to be hung, drawn and quartered, you know, because he made a joke about something which we don't really ever make jokes about. But he's a comedian. He said, that's what I do. I'm a stand-up comedian. The rest of it I don't care about.
Yeah, and the funniest jokes are the jokes that are taboo. When comedians dare to go where others fear to tread, usually it ends up being very, very funny. You've got to challenge the taboos. You know, if you're told not to say something, damn well say it, I say.
Yeah, well, the trouble is with us is when we're told not to do something, it tends to mean that we're going to do it more often and about as often as we possibly can. Now, I've got some other breaking news for you here. Apparently... if you've got a square face, it will help you to get ahead. Now, I've had a look at your face and my face, and I think that my face might be more square than yours. I know that it's got sort of rounded edges, but this study's been done by some bloke in the University of New South Wales in Australia, David White. The impressions we form from other people's faces can have important implications. Do you think I've got a square face?
You're square-ish, yeah. But so what does that mean about you?
Well, apparently people with square faces are more likely to achieve wealth and status, while those with longer faces are seen as less dominant.
Yeah, my face is looking longer by the second, I'll tell you.
So Brad Pitt...
that's a great study. That's a great study. I'm really glad that the university in Australia has found a useful use of its own time. What a waste of space. Who cares?
Well, it says here it's all down to evolution, apparently. People with wider faces are said to make both men and women look more aggressive and threatening, which is said to confer advantages at key stages of life.
Yeah, but why do we need this information? It's just, why is this university doing this?
Well, because they obviously got nothing better to do. I mean, maybe...
exactly.
Also, they've been stuck in lockdown for about 4 years, haven't they, in Australia? Yeah. So, I mean, they've probably got nothing better to do.
More pointless crap from academia. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Now, the other big stories of the week, I suppose, have been what went on at the Met Gala and whether Kim Kardashian is the new Marilyn Monroe. I love Sarah Vine today saying that basically she's a pound shop Marilyn Monroe, because these people who've sort of invented themselves as stars are not stars, are they?
Well, that Met Gala, it used to be an event at which the serious, you know, the great and the good used to gather. Very, very famous Hollywood stars, you know, the biggest celebrities on the face of the planet, politicians, academics, you name it, they were all there. And now it just seems to be a procession of 2-bit Z-list reality stars. Kim Kardashian, I mean, come on, put the dress on, but you still look, as Sarah Vine quite rightly said, like a pound store version of Marilyn Monroe. And, you know, I mean, this proves what a sort of dead eye Kim Kardashian has actually got for the celebrity scene. You know, what kind of an idiot would put herself into that iconic dress and say, people will now think I'm just like Marilyn Monroe? No, they won't.
No.
You made a big mistake there.
Yeah, nothing like Marilyn Monroe, I think, was what she should have said, because that's entirely what she is. Let's go back to the lying MPs, though, because a great piece of The Sun today has got old Sir Keir Starmer, if you like, backed into a coma, which is one of the great headlines.
Great headline.
200 quid's worth of takeaway curry. I mean, but yet it was not an illegal gathering.
Yeah, I know. I'm just so sick of it, as I tried to make clear when we recorded Plank yesterday. Also I included Boris Johnson. You know, Boris Johnson walks into his back garden. There's 200 people there drinking champagne and eating crisps. He said at no point did he think that was a party. Now we've got Keir Starmer buying £200 worth of korma for his mates with late night beer at 10 p.m. It wasn't a party.
No.
We've got Angela Rayner saying, I'm so humiliated. The misogynistic story about me uncrossing my legs to distract the Prime Minister. Turns out she's the source of it. She started it.
Yeah.
Neil Parish. I wasn't looking for pornography. I was looking for tractors. I mean, come on. If you're going to lie, at least be good at it. It's pathetic. These people in Westminster are dragging. It's never exactly been a fulcrum of a fantastic, marvellous people and brilliant geniuses. But now, this lot right now in Westminster have dragged the House of Commons, in my view, to its lowest point ever. What are we talking about? They're going, oh, we've got to get rid of the misogyny in the House of Commons. Stop talking about yourself and start talking about us. You represent us. I don't care whether there's misogyny in the House of Commons. What about the rest of the country? What about the cost of living crisis? What about what ordinary people are having to go through? Serve us and stop disappearing up your own backsides. I'm sick of it.
Okay, all right.